Hello, everyone. I am Jen. I am head of marketing for Making. My pronouns are she, her, and my Making Up username is Nick Pearl. And we are, we're at Flock Fiber Festival. We are talking to vendors. It is day 3 of Flock, day 2 of our vendor meet and greets. And it has been so amazing. And also amazing to meet people IRL.
I know, for real.
Because we've been following each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
We've chatted many times, but we've never been in the same space, and we even live in the same city.
Yeah.
Britt, how did this happen?
I don't know. I feel like there were multiple points of failure there. So many.
I know. We're busy people.
Yeah.
But we're going to remedy that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to chat for about 20 minutes now, and then we're going to hang out later.
Yeah.
All right. So introduce yourself to everybody watching.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name's Britt. I am a crochet designer under KnotBadBritt. I basically make a lot of very drapey shawls, kind of my jam. I really enjoy that. But when I'm not doing that, I'm a stay-at-home parent, 3 lovely little children here in Seattle, which means I'm constantly busy. But the big reason why I'm here at Flock this time is because I am, what a weekend that my brain just stopped working. I'm sorry, y'all. This is real. I'm representing the Makers of Color Collective. It's something that I created. I hosted on my own website. Basically, when I started just being in the fiber industry, I had a really hard time finding people that looked like me in any shade. And I know we're out there. I just also know that it's really difficult to kind of be seen. So I created a directory of people if you're looking to diversify your craft, it's a way that you can go there. You could be a knitter, a dyer, a designer, a yarn store owner, a weaver, a notions maker, a tester, a tech editor. I mean, if you are in the fiber business, join up. It's free. It's a tool for the community. What we're doing here is we are selling items from different makers of color. And it's been really nice. So much fun.
What you have at your booth is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. And the makers that you're representing, we love them. And a lot of them Making has worked with too. And
yes.
It's one of those things where it's just so cool to see a lot of different people in one spot. Mm-hmm. How did these people make it into your booth?
Well, email. So God. I feel very blessed to know so many makers, if not personally, but virtually. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I had a vision for this particular booth. I knew that it needed to happen. I knew that I'd never seen anything like it. And I knew that if it's something that I wanted, other people would want as well. Mm-hmm. So I reached out to people that I knew. I first reached out to Melanated Boho Bay, who had put together a mentorship program a couple of years ago that I was a part of. So we're very friendly, and I knew that she would be a great person to partner with. Yeah. I also knew a lot of her product doesn't necessarily make it to this area. So I knew it'd be exciting. Yeah. And while they say Seattle's really great, y'all, we like color. Let's be real. Yeah. So these are hers as an example. That's why I reached out to her. I put out a call somewhere else and I got Flirta Stitched. She's based in New Orleans, and she also puts out, she creates the, I believe it's called the Baton Rouge yarn crawl as well. So she's also trying to build something in her space. And I want to partner with people who want to be innovative and do something new and exciting. So she was a great partner. We've got her hand-dyed yarn. Got my good friend Whitney Marie Anderson, who makes the little people, and she has the UV reactive charms. They're like glitter. They change when you go in the sun. I knew I had to have her stuff. I basically was just please, and she said yes. Yeah. And who else do I have? I have the Knitting PT. The second the Knitting PT put out those kits, the hand and wrist kits to take care of your hands, I emailed her. I'm not kidding. Immediately. It's an innovative product in this space. I know you guys are familiar with her. I was just so happy that she agreed and sent some stuff to us. Mm-hmm. Man, we are so lucky to have these cornerstone makers with us. Mm-hmm. We, of course, also have some patterns in our booth as well. We have some samples. So we have some things from Detroit Knots, which is my girl. We've got Tony Tialipsy, my girl. And of course, my own designs. I mean, let's be real. You can also shop those.
I was wait, you didn't bring your own design?
I know. I'm the kind of person, I want to uplift all my friends. Yes. And then I kind of think about
A little
myself
bit about-
later.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was really special to me as well is we were able to partner with Palm. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that a woman of color is involved and owns Palm. And that's important. That's still support. And I need people to see that. So we've been selling Crochet Anthology, which is not available anywhere except the Makers of Color Collective booth. For the next day, at least. So we've got that exclusive, and issue 45, which is full of just beautiful, bright patterns. And we also have their trunk show. So we have the physical patterns, not patterns, I'm sorry, samples at our booth. So people are shopping and they're catching eyes and they're just loving it. And we have Knit How because everybody needs Knit How. So yeah, those are all the things we have.
Okay. We love community and uplifting others. Well, here, let's talk about you for a second.
Oh, okay. I like that. I'm talking about everybody.
I know. You've been talking about everybody all weekend. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
So when did your maker journey begin?
Ooh, my maker journey began because I decided that I was going to try to make a blanket for my unborn child. And I learned to crochet through a book. And I had some big fluffy burlap yarn and a big old hook. And I was trying to do it. And I rage quit. No lie. I rage quit. And I threw it across the room. I couldn't get it. And I was like, this is not for me. I've never thought of myself as a creative person or anything. And I was like, fine. Basically, it was just proving my point. And then weeks later, I pick it back up and it clicked. And when I say it clicked, it like clicked. And then I just kept going. I was making things. I found Tony Lipsy, and just seeing someone else's hands that look like mine do stuff was revolutionary for me. I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And I'll support her along the way. And I still support her. We've become like, great friends and colleagues. And I love that. I test for her and I test for tons of people pattern testing. And then I decided I should design. It's a slippery slope. Okay.
Okay. Did you just like wake up one day and you're like, I'm going to be a designer? Were you just like free form and then somebody like complimented what you were wearing? Like,
no.
How did that go?
I was testing something and I understood exactly how it was made just by looking at it. And the second that I could do that, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. I got books. I, kind of learned more about construction, got a lot of stitch books, and I just kind of went for it. And I make a lot of shawls because I tested a lot of shawls and I love shawls.
Yeah.
So I've just been kind of growing ever since.
Is there anything that you have learned along the way of like going from maker to designer that you would like to give some knowledge at people?
Designing is hard. Okay. Being a maker is great because you're following directions. Mm-hmm. When you are designing something, you have an idea and then you have to actually make that thing happen. And I never started the sketch and had it look exactly like I wanted to in the end. I have so many iterations. I'm a type of person where I respect the yarn. You got to respect the yarn, y'all. And I like the yarn to shine. So I will change a complete design if the yarn is being disrespected. I have done it before.
Yeah.
And I, you got to make it sing. I enjoy the journey of designing because I like seeing new stuff all the time. I'm like, a glutton for newness. And I like to be a part of that. And I just feel like it's good for me to crochet a lot. It's got to be good for somebody else. Yeah. So I just want to help it move and be as modern and as fun as possible for people. So
now when you say it's good for you to crochet a lot, is that because of like, I don't know, for me, crafting is very much connected to my mental health?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to do it every day. Like I have to do it every day. It helps me wind down. Before this, I was in the tech industry and it's stress. Startups are stress. And I didn't have an outlet then.
I know nothing about that.
I know.
The crossroads of fiber arts and tech is making.
It's true. And I like that I can sit and make something from nothing, so to speak. I'm also now a stay-at-home parent. So it's nice that I can produce a physical item that is of my own that I've done. It makes me feel really, really great. And
especially because you're giving so much to your kids.
Yeah.
So you got to give back to yourself.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes at times it's just all I need to just sit and recharge, and they understand it too.
Do you like see them like getting crafty vibes? Do they? No, not yet.
No. So here's the deal. My kids like don't really go into the yarn vault in my house. Like they're not really allowed down there.
Got
You
it.
know,
Okay,
I would
okay.
hate for them to make a mistake. No, it's just they are my youngest son, he's very active. So he's out there kicking a ball.
Yeah.
And then my other two, they are obsessed with Minecraft. They're doing that. But all of my kids have a handmade blanket. So they love their blanket. That blanket that I was telling you about that got me in this game, I got to tell you something. When I finished it, it has so many sides because I didn't know what I was doing. It was ugly. It was not cute. It was all double crochets. And I don't know what I thought a double crochet was, but it wasn't that. But it is my firstborn child's favorite thing to this day. She sleeps with it. She's 8. Sleeps with it every single night. So those things make me very happy. I have since made her another one, but you know, nothing has taken the place of the very first janky blanket.
Yeah. I mean, everybody makes a janky something.
Yeah.
Like my scarf was kind of a scarf. I still have it.
It's gotta serve him somewhere.
Yeah.
One day we were walking in a store and she was like, "Mommy, that's the yarn from my blanket." And I was like, "How can you tell? Because your blanket is like dingy and that is like the right color." She's like, "Yeah, it's feels the same." I was like, "You're right, baby.
Yeah.
You're right. Yours is 8 years old and that one is 1 month old."
You talked about this a little bit, and we actually talked about this yesterday too. You are a fiber artist with a history of startups.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
somebody who is the same.
Mhm.
How do you feel like that might influence what you're doing now in the fiber art space?
Because I did startups and early startups, I had the opportunity to be innovative. Now I did customer service. A lot of people think that's not a place to innovate. Well, baby, that's not me. So I was innovative in that space, and I can push that on here. But it also means that I like to give people direction in many different ways and try to make it as simple and as bite-sized as possible. I don't like to use too many words in my patterns. And I know that some people need more explanation, but I'm a concise kind of person.
Yeah.
Like the minimalism feels good to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it also means that I know things are going to change quickly, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. And I think it also keeps me open to seeing multiple sides of different parts of this industry and seeing how we can all work together to be better and uplift and where the holes are. It also means that if your website doesn't work, I'm probably frustrated. To be really honest.
Yeah.
Technology is hard. And I understand where it gets hard. And when I started my own actual website, I got really picky about how it looked and how it functioned and why and where. I needed those things to work just right. Even if there's not a lot of functionality, I just needed them to be the right functions.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm excited about the amount of technology that is coming into the space though.
Yes.
Like the fact that making app even exists, like for real. Yeah.
We love it. You just talked about your website and you recently went through a rebranding.
I did. I finally got a real big girl logo.
It's so cool.
It's not this one. It's I don't have any of it. Oh,
there it is.
This one. I don't even know if you can see it. Maybe you can. There we go.
It's backward, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You get the gist. Yeah.
So it's really important to me in anything that I'm doing that I can find a maker of color or a person of color to do the work for me. So I took a really long time to find someone I would vibe with. I got really lucky, and a friend of mine here in Seattle posted someone that she knew of that did logo for work for her. Awesome. She's a Black woman in Florida. I'm also from Florida. I was born in Miami. So it's like, great, Black woman from Florida and like kind of crunchy. Like that's my kind of person. Yeah. So because I want to be able to vibe immediately with the person with something like that because I had zero vision, y'all. Like I didn't know what to do.
You were just like, I know that this needs to change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation. I wanted to be able to have a conversation with someone and then for that person to draw.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to stifle creativity. I told her what was important to me, what I'm trying to do. And she came up with this wonderful logo. I love that it's a head wrap that looks like a ball of yarn, which also kind of looks like in car print if you're like multiplying it on a piece of paper. While I am a crochet designer, I dabble in some knits. So I didn't want to have any like crochet hooks. So we made the yarn ball do my name. Beautiful. I wear hoops. There's hoops in my logo, like the little things. I wanted it to be very clear that KnotBadBritt is ran by a Black woman. Hard stop. That's what you need to know, because I don't want to mince any words. That's what I'm about. It doesn't mean that I don't want to work with anyone of any other race. It just means that I want you to know that that's where your money is going. So you can make your choice. Yeah. So I love mine. Love it, love it, love it.
So good. So what is next for the Makers of Color Collective?
Man. We're moving from some hosted technology that's on my website to its very own website. Ooh. Yes. So my husband is a software developer and I've put him to work this summer. So we're working on that. I also, let's see, what else am I doing? I will hopefully be back at Flock next year, and I have huge plans for that. This has just been amazing. I just want to grow it. I want to continue to be a hub for people to find what they're looking for. I want to make it easier for people of color to make more money in this industry. Yes. I want people to search my website like they search Ravelry. I want people to find the products that they want for their stores from the people who are in part of the collective. I want to help people make good business decisions, y'all. Like, I just want to help people be better, because I think that the better that this industry does, it benefits all of us. Yep. And a lot of us don't have the opportunities that some of us do. And I want to be that bridge.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, yeah, I design, that's fine. But like, if you need help, I'm your girl. Like, yeah. I just want to help. I want to help anybody.
You said that you have 3 children. I know that you work very hard with your business and the Makers of Color Collective, and you also do your own crafting. What do you like doing that is not crafting?
Yes. So I like to cook a lot. I don't get to as much as I would like to, because kids, and they don't like to eat what I make. And like, I'm a really good cook. It's very offensive. I have a really hard time with it. So, but yeah, I like to cook a lot. I used to cook all kinds of food. When I was in a previous life, my parents had a soul food restaurant, so I can like cook for 40. And I'm definitely the kind of person that like has a Sunday dinner every Sunday, invite my friends over, and we have like, yeah, that's our little family, because we've chosen family up here. So yeah, I like to cook. And I also like to drink beer. So I live close to the beers in Seattle.
What is your favorite local brew?
Reuben's. Done. Hands down. Every time. Yep. Yeah. And they're very good people. And half owned by a woman of color.
Okay. We love it.
Love it. They also do something very similar to what I do with Makers of Color Collective, and I love that. With a Mosaic Brewing Society.
Yes. Oh, if you are a beer fan, go check that out for sure,
please.
So, how can people support the Makers of Color Collective?
The best way to support the Makers of Color Collective is through donations. Everything is donations based or funded by myself. It's something that I am very passionate about keeping up and available for people. I have a coffee page where people can donate either recurringly or a one-off. If you do go to my website and go to the Makers of Color Collective, there's a little that allows you to say support me and whatnot there. You can buy my patterns. All the money that I use for my patterns goes into the Makers of Color Collective. I wish I had I will eventually have a direct to donate kind of situation set up. But I really needed to get through Flock, y'all. Like, it's a lot. It's my very first time doing this, and I'm happy to do it. But that's the best way to support. Other ways, just talk about it. Tell people, use it. Ask your friend that you might know if they're in the collective, if they've ever tried it. Find someone from the collective and buy from them. Follow them. Those types of things. Yeah. That's it.
It's such an important thing that you're doing.
I want people to be seen and also make money.
Yes.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Develop some
Yeah.
community. That's all we're doing. But
love it.
I'm glad you appreciate it and
Yeah.
understand how important it is.
Yeah.
I haven't had a hard time explaining it to people because they're like, wow, you're totally right. And this is so great. And I love that response.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just trying to fill a need, y'all. That's all I'm
Yeah.
trying to do. Fill a need.
Tell everybody where they can find you,
Mhm.
where they can find Makers of Color Collective.
I'm KnotBadBritt basically everywhere. KnotBadBritt.com, where the Makers of Color Collective is hosted. It'll be under a little doodad, tab at the top. So you can find it there. I'm also on Ravelry as KnotBadBritt, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, if you're really into that. Oh no, I'm sorry. We call it X now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I don't know.
okay.
And more importantly, I'm KnotBadBritt on the making app. So you can find me there. But yeah, if you need anything, that's where I am.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. If you are not on the Making app, what are you doing? No, go to themakingApp.com, download, sign up, join the amazing community. Definitely go check out the Makers of Color Collective. Donate, tell everybody about it, tell your entire network. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.
Bye.